What's up, GGs? As you can see, I'm in the coolest location. I'm in Dublin, Michigan while filming this, but let's go ahead and get into it. So we're starting off with half lunges to a hamstring stretch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be in half kneeling position. You're gonna come up, stretch your arms up wide as you go into that lunge. And then when you come back, you're going to sit back into your heel and stretch out your hamstring. If you're not able to do this, you can just kind of skip this portion and move on to the next stretch. This mobility exercise is one of my favorites. What you're going to do is you're going to spread your feet a little outside your shoulders, and you're going to touch your hands to the ground, and you're going to raise one arm up at a time, twisting your back, stretching out your arms and shoulders while your hips and hamstrings are in a stretch. It's a really good stretch. So it's basically a hamstring stretch with, it's a windmill is what it's called. You're windmilling your arms back and forth. Alright, next you're going to lay on your belly. We're going to do a Superman stretch. So arms are directly in front of you, straight out, legs straight out. You're going to lift them at the same time. It's getting your posterior chain warmed up, getting some blood flow back there, and it's really good for your back and your core. So we are doing 10 of these. And after you're done with the Supermans, we're going directly into swimmers. So legs are held up in the air the whole time. As you can see, it's like you're swimming through the air. So you're gonna bring your hands, clap them in front of you, then clap them on your sides. And your upper body should be up the whole time, and your legs should be up the whole time as well. So you're doing 10 of these as well. Alright, still in this position on your belly. These are like a different kind of swimmer. So you're going to lift your upper back and your legs up at the same time, but while you're lifting your upper back, you're going to make like a goalie post for like football, and you're going to bring your elbows down to your side, and then you can relax. So up, bring them elbows down to your side, relax. Make sure you're breathing throughout this motion. Okay, we're getting into some cat-cow. So what we're going to do is be in a tabletop position. Cat is when your back is completely arched. This is cow. So when you're doing cat, I want you to squeeze and contract your core, and you're going to breathe out when you do cow. So breathe in and squeeze your core. You're going to breathe out for cow. We're doing 10 total. Okay, last stretch of the mobility set is, what are these called? Frogger stretches. So I want your knees pretty outside your hips, and you're just going to lean back towards your heels, and it's going to stretch out your inner thighs, and it's going to open up those hip joints. So you're moving in and out of this to make it more dynamic. Kind of just increases blood flow and makes it a little bit easier so you're not in the stretch the whole time. So you're sitting back towards those heels, stretching, breathing, and we have 10 of these total. Okay, now that we're all warmed up and ready, we're doing a workout. So we have body weight squats as the first exercise in our first set. So when you're squatting, I want you to stop where your hips want to stop. So if you go below that point where your hips kind of lock, you're going to end up hurting your back. So keep your toes out at a 45-degree angle, let your knees follow the angle of your toes, and we got 20 body weight squats. Alright, go ahead and rest if you need to before these, but we have kneeling push-ups. So pretty self-explanatory, but make sure to keep those elbows at a 45-degree angle, and go ahead and kneel to make it a little bit easier for yourself. We have 10 push-ups total. And then we're actually going straight into shoulder taps, so you're just going to lift up your knees, so you're going to be in a high plank position, and you're just going to tap one shoulder at a time, and you have 20 of these total. It's a great core workout.
Walking down the lonely road, memories in a heavy load, empty streets and silent sky.
Alright, then we have a reverse lunge with a knee drive. The knee drive helps kind of with stability and engages your core. So what I'm doing is I'm reverse lunging back. It's okay if your knee touches the ground, and you're going to bring it up and drive it to the sky on your way up. Just like that. We got 10 each side.
In a place where time can bend, hearts that break will start to mend. I will meet you again. We share moments that we can't repair, tears that dry on windswept land, searching for your guiding hands, midnight dreams where you were dear, softly calling crystal.
Alright, these are probably the goofiest looking movement you could possibly do, but it is a great workout. It's a bear crawl. So anything in a primal animal position is just great for core. It's a full body exercise. So you kind of want to just pretend like you're a bear and you're walking, and we're doing 40 bear crawls.
Times we share, moments that we can't repair, tears that dry on.
Okay, last exercise in the set is skiers. So it's a curtsy lunge. You're going to move from one side to the other. So just kind of follow my movement for a second. As soon as you lunge with the one leg, you're going to kick the other leg back behind it. And you can do a slowed down version of this if you need to. Alright, go ahead and pause and make sure you rest for 1 to 2 minutes before you start the second set. But again, we are going into our bodyweight squats for 20 reps. And then back at it with the kneeling push-ups. We have 10 total. Alrighty, straight into shoulder taps. So lift those knees, tap each shoulder. Make sure to squeeze your core. We don't want your hips swaying too far back and forth. So really squeeze that core to keep you centered and stable. 20 total. Alright, back to the lunge with a knee drive. If you need to hold on to something, you can. This was a little bit hard for me to stabilize, especially on this wobbly dock. But if you don't hold on to anything, it's a really good stabilizer exercise. Alright, 10 each side, you got it. Back at it with the bear crawls. So as you can see, I'm basically just moving by pushing through my toes, and my hands are just helping kind of bring me along as well. So your knees are up, and you're just kind of pushing your toes into the ground with each step. And you're crawling for 40 reps. Last exercise in the set and you are all done. So we have our skiers. If you slow it down, you can just call them curtsy lunges, but this is a different angle. I don't know if it's going to help, but when you go to one side, you're lunging down but moving your back leg right behind in like a diagonal fashion behind your leg.